We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, fighting to hold support above the 435 area. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 10:05 a.m. it sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision. And put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our AMD bot. Our AMD bot at 10:05 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 90% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, doing a full transition from bright green bars down towards red bars and back up to dark green bars so far. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the SP 500 index, under a bull indicator yesterday at the 434 level and getting canceled out with a bear indicator today into the first half of the day at around the 437 level. And here we are at the end of the day, canceling out that bear indicator and the volatility and getting a bull indicator here at the 436.70 level. And it is fighting to hold itself up here in the after hours, sitting at 436.84 to be exact. Now, this is the 30-minute chart. It's having lots of volatility here in the last 2 days, and it continues to fight to hold itself up above that support of 435, and it continues to reject up here near the 437 to 438 level. And we're going to break it all down in today's video, what the inflows are showing and outflows, as well as how these key levels are going to be crucial going into tomorrow. Now, if we zoom out and look at this on the 1 hour, we can go ahead and see here that the first bear indicator has popped up since the bull indicator from down here at the 413 level. And that is something to definitely not ignore. It is the first time a bear indicator pops up here in the bigger picture from way down here at 413 all the way up to the recent highs of 438. Now, this bear indicator popped up at the 436.87 level, and in the post market in the after hours, it is fighting to hold itself up after bouncing back up here in the second half of the day. And it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to pick back up and be back above the midpoint to eventually cancel out this bear indicator and justify any further move to the upside here in the bigger picture, which we're going to pull up and take a look at in just a moment. Now, if we go ahead and look at this within the volatility of the 15-minute and we zoom in, we could see that a bear indicator popped up in the first half of the day at the 437.50 area, a crucial resistance here of multiple rejections yesterday and the last several days, and then it brought itself with a full transition from bright green bars to the dip area, as I call it, of white with red borders. And now it's came all the way back up, full transition of bright green bars on the 15-minute, and a bull indicator popped up at the 436.50 level. Definitely something to not ignore here in the volatility, that it's back under a bull indicator and under a bear indicator on the 1 hour, and on the 30-minute, it continues to fight here as well with a bull indicator. Now we're going to look at the inflow versus outflows and what key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, with outflows dominating in the first half of the day on that drop from the 437 to 438 area all the way down towards 435, used it as support and bounced itself back up towards it, and it's rejecting again up here above the 437.50 area and fighting to stay above 436 here where the bull indicator popped up, and also on the 15-minute it is fighting within that volatility, right? Inflows are back above here on the 30-minute. And if we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could go ahead and see here in the bigger picture how these inflows came back up. And they're fighting right there near the midpoint. And it's going to be crucial for these inflows to pull upwards away from the midpoint to further reflect and justify any strength into these charts. Now, if we go ahead and zoom in and look at this within the volatility of the 15-minute, we could go ahead and see here how inflows cross back over in the second half of the day as outflows tried to dominate. It found support here after doing a full transition. It's done a full transition back up, and to justify this move of this staircase effect so far, it's going to need these inflows to push up even higher away from the midpoint, currently sitting at 0.95. Yes, it's green, but I will be watching if that strength can go ahead and push up higher and roll it over into the 30-minute and the 1 hour as well. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys, and the first support level is 435. If that gets broken through, I'll be watching if these outflows cross to the downside and also bring that weakness over into the 30-minute. And if it does, and things are pushing downwards with outflows dominating, the next support I'll be watching is the 434 to 433 area. And if that gets broken through, then I'll be watching the 430 area. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to continue pushing up, continue reflecting that strength into these charts, retest the key resistance levels up here of 437.50 to 438 area. And if these inflows can pick up on the 30-minute as well, then I'll be watching the 440 area, and then above that, the 442 area. But in the live action, as we see it here, these outflows are beginning here on the 15-minute. I'm going to be watching this very carefully going into tomorrow and today's after hours, because if it crosses, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts to the downside if these outflows try to roll that weakness over into the 30-minute and 1 hour as well, especially if those bear indicators start to pop up. So I'm going to be watching this very carefully going into tomorrow. These are the key levels to the upside and to the downside. I'll pay close attention to. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them, and I'm going to watch them very closely going into tomorrow's trading day. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.